This episode of Shoot the Shit podcast is brought to you by Law Tigers. If you or someone you know has been in a motorcycle accident, make sure you call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS and get the help you need today. If you're on Instagram, make sure you check out lawtigers.ie and follow Chris for all things going on in the community, fun rides, events, and everything else in between. We'll be with him soon doing some rides and having some fun, so make sure you come check us out. 1-800-LAW-TIGERS.
This episode of Shooting the Shit with Speed Kings is brought to you by Thundermax, the absolute gold standard in performance. If you want your bike ripping like a pit bull who got into your grandpa's Viagra, you've found the place. Check out all their ECMs at store.thunder-max.com and use code SK10 at checkout.
All right. Let's get going here. First things first, Durango Harley Davidson, Four Corners Rally sent us out these sweet ass coasters. Just wanted to give a shout out. Kasey, you don't have them. They only sent us two. Only me and Lorenzo have them. So
I'm not going to say thank you then.
Yeah, Kasey, don't say thank you. But we got these. I think they're made out of like real stone or something. You can check it out.
Yeah.
That's enough. Give it back.
Yeah. Oh, damn it! I lost my coaster.
Yeah.
At least I got a Ricola.
Is that what that is?
Yeah,
that's really good.
Yeah, they're good.
I don't like the cherry flavor ones.
Nobody likes cherry flavored anything.
Yeah.
All right. We're here. We're back in the studio. We are here with Kasey Wilcox. Kasey, put the mic a little closer to you. If you need to move the table, you can.
Yeah.
Lorenzo, that was Lorenzo's job to position that, but he apparently did not.
Checks out.
How you doing, buddy?
Good. Really good.
Yeah, Kasey. So give us the rundown, man. You're leaving here. You're leaving California, but you've kind of jumped all around in the motorcycle industry in the background doing things.
Yeah. So pretty much starting day one. If I needed something fixed or welded, it was do it in the garage. We weren't hiring no one to do it. Started learning how to weld and kind of just grew up around off-road trucks, living, up towards Ukaipa, up in the hill, all the pre-runner stuff.
One of the bros.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro town up there.
Yeah. And then, always been around dirt bikes, motorcycles. And then I found out that you can ride Harleys like dickheads. So that's kind of right up my alley.
Yeah. We were kind of talking about that before the show started. You meet a lot of cops.
Yeah.
Like, are you going to like meetings?
Yeah.
Like, what is this? Like, is it like a Facebook
meetings?
group?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, I go to their union halls and say hi.
Or you're hanging out at domestic violence meetings.
Yeah, exactly. No, I just I'm always riding fifth gear tapped.
Yeah.
Typically.
Yeah.
Me and my wife both love anything performance, and usually she's on the bike with me. We're up going to.
She's a lot better looking than you too,
dude.
Yeah, you really scored with her
for sure.
I know we don't know each other very well, but I'm just
I'll
tell
it to whoever listens.
Yeah,
I'm an idiot. She has to be a moron to be in love with me.
I was going to say that, but again, we don't know each other very well.
No, it's fine. So, yeah, no. But she's typically with me, and we're typically doing dumb stuff together, and I'm just always going fast. If she's with me, I'll pull over. Then I meet cops asking, hey, especially being in California, like, or being back in California, you get pulled over. They go, "This isn't stock. This isn't stock. You don't have
Huntington Beach, or
you
what?
don't have a license plate up in like Arrowhead and."
Oh, really? They're getting you up there too?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But it's typically like, I don't run a plate. Everything, like you said, is internal. Like, I need to look in the mirror and feel like I'm the problem.
Yeah.
License plates just look stupid on Harleys.
How old are you now?
So 30. I'm gonna be 32 in July.
Give it another like 3 years, you'll get there. About 35 is when we start like looking in the mirror going, this whole time I've been fucking up.
And you must not know Wilcox is too good.
Nah, I don't. I just thought, speaking from my own experience.
If it goes fast and we can do something stupid, we're
going to do it.
There.
Is it in the blood?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dad like that too?
My dad, my uncle.
Dad's like Ricky Bobby's dad?
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
No, like grandpa grew up racing gassers and jet boats.
Oh wow.
And my dad's still in the jet boat scene. My uncle, phenomenal at like autocross and all of that kind of stuff. My uncle actually was like one of the bigger supporters of me getting into motorcycles. He used to work at Chaparral when I was a kid, and I thought that was the coolest thing in the world.
Fuck, yeah, that would have been the coolest shit
I still
ever.
don't even know what his job title was, but I remember we'd like go to Chaparral to see my uncle, and I'd be like, there's just bikes wall.
He probably just put the labels on the gloves. But I mean, that still,
Dude,
that was.
He could have swept the floors.
Yeah,
still would have been.
It wouldn't have
my hero.
mattered.
Yeah.
When I was a kid going there, I was like, man, this is the coolest. I would love going there.
I worked my ass off.
Lorenzo doesn't know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
It's they sell stuff. But
it's basically
it's
on the side of the 215 freeway. It's a giant fucking just humongous warehouse. It's all dirt bike shit. Now it's side by side stuff too. But back in the day, it was like dirt bike. They don't fuck with Harleys at all, but it would have been like, Hondas, Yamahas, Kawasaki, and they had all the gear there. They had
motorsports.
The parts. They have a full like mechanics area where they work on bikes and shit. But it was just this.
The location was great because like whether you were going to Glen Helen or going up, 18 to the mountain, like you were on 215 coming this way.
Yep.
If you had to stop at Chaparral, like that's where you were getting.
I bought my first Harley chain there also because it's a 530 chain. They're fucking the same. So when I was building my iron head at night, I took a 69 iron head. I put a David Bird hardtail section on it. So it had a 6-inch stretch in the hardtail section. So I needed a really long fucking chain.
Oh, they cut them there for you, right? Like,
no, I mean, they just stock so many different things there. I called them, they had it, and I drove down there and got it. I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Last time I was there, I got one of those Pirelli Angel GTs. I swear by that tire on the Harley.
Yeah.
And then I went there and I couldn't find any online for months. And I called him. He's like, dude, we got like 10 sitting here. Nobody buys them. I was like, how much are they? He's like, they're like $160. I was like, give me like fucking 3 of them. I went and he's like, what are you putting these on? Like a Harley? And he's like, why? I was like, okay, yeah. So
yeah. They don't get it.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I remember I got back when I was living in the high desert still, and I was commuting to work in Fontana, and I got a blowout on my bike. And I tried to go there, like, hey, I need a new tire. Oh, we don't fucking work on Harleys. We don't. For them to put the new tire on the wheel, I'd have to just bring them the old
take
wheel.
it off. Yeah.
Yeah, they won't touch the bike.
A lot of places are like that though.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
it's weird. But they buy so many fucking tires there, like you can't even compete with tire pricing with them. It's fucking crazy. Yeah. It's annoying actually.
Yeah,
because like there should be like a MAP policy on tires, and for some reason tires is like a thing that escapes MAP policy somehow. And it's just these guys, they like companies like that, they buy direct from the manufacturer. So they'll buy in such big bulk that they're able to offer the consumer tires so cheap that like I can't even touch those prices. Mm-hmm. Like they offer them cheaper than what like we get them for as a dealer. Yeah. It's crazy, but whatever.
Well, when I bought that Commander 3 for the front of the bagger, like that's the only place that had that tire for anywhere near the price they were asking. Yeah. And I was like, and it's a 10-minute drive. So. Yeah. I mean, literally most times when people are like hitting me up for tires, I'm like, just go to Chaparral.
Where's
get them for you. It's on the side of the 215, like in San Bernardino.
215 and the 10.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, on the way to Quaid. You've passed by it many times.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a big warehouse, on the right hand side. Like if you're going towards Quaid, it'd be on the right hand side before you hit the 10.
Inflation has fucked up tire
Usually when you're
prices,
going like north on 215, you're like looking at all of the trash on the left.
Yeah.
And then Chaparral's on the right.
My wife lived right over there.
Yeah.
She lived right by there.
She's from Hemet.
Yeah. Yeah, no, because I fucking went. I got quoted for a tire. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, and then because I thought I got a nail in it, but the nail didn't go through because I took it to the dealership and I was like, "You guys pull it out, and then if I need a tire, we can just do it right here." But it didn't need it. But they quoted me for one, and then
like $300,
dude. It was more than $300 for one fucking tire, dude.
Yeah,
and then, not then. I did need a tire the next year. What was it, last year before I went to Born Free? And the fucking tire, it was like $150 difference from what it was the year before. And I was like, what the fuck happened, dude?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, inflation's one of them. It's everything now costs more money. Labor costs more money. Every fucking thing costs more money right now.
Wild.
Yep.
Labor's wild right now.
It keeps going up. It's like barber prices. I mean, not that you would fucking know, but
no, I fucking haven't been to the barber in forever.
Yeah, no. Now barbers are charging. I seen them online charging like $100, $150, whatever. It's the experience. I don't give a fuck about your experience.
If I was a barber though, I would get into a position where I could do that too, because I would rather do fucking 5 haircuts a day than fucking 35.
Yeah,
I got lucky. My buddy, he owns a barber shop and he kills it. And it's like, I want to say like just regular $30. I leave
Yeah.
them a tip, and then typically if it's me and my son that go in there, I'll just here you go.
Yeah.
Get them done.
Yeah, no, that's a fucking score.
Yeah.
That's a fucking
Dude,
score.
barbering can be a really good job,
It can, yeah. You got to have the clientele,
especially in California.
Yeah, it's nice too.
I don't
Because
know.
he's in Grand Terrace, so like it's not even really that far.
I don't know if they can do those pricing like in other, hodunk places. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like Midwest shit. I don't know, but in California, you
From
can.
experience, like when I moved to Indiana,
Yep.
I was so scared to get a haircut because I was like, everywhere I go in, they're just gonna give me like a flat top
Or a mullet.
Yeah, like
Just super cuts like everywhere you go.
Fucking
Yeah,
look like
exactly,
Whistling
yeah.
Diesel or whatever.
yeah.
Whistling what?
You see that guy Whistling Diesel
Whistling Diesel? Yeah, he's just got in trouble, didn't he?
again? I think he got arrested again.
Again?
I think I saw
Tax?
something last night that they arrested him again.
Oh, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
every time I see that dude, he's just destroying like dream trucks.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to make an example. The government's trying to make an example out of him right now.
Wasn't like I think it was like an EPA issue
Nah. Well, it was
for the first time in taxes.
There's a big loophole in Montana that they're, you can register vehicles there without if you have an LLC that is registered there,
Mhm.
and then you can avoid paying sales tax on the vehicle. So that's how a lot of these people are buying these supercars. $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 car, then you don't got to pay the sales tax also. You know what I mean? Which is
Yeah.
substantial at that point, And I think that if people can correct me if I'm wrong on this situation, but
I'm sure
I
they
think
will.
that's what they are doing with him, and they found that they're calling it tax evasion.
Yeah. I seen a video where he was talking about that, but it was like right after he got out of jail.
And then they were trying to slap him with I don't follow it. I'm kind of following this little situation a little bit, just because it's interesting. But then they tried to slap him with I guess it'd be like a cease and desist or whatever
He was talking
a
about
gag order,
Yeah.
so he can't put any details out on the internet on anything. And
government gonna government.
oh,
Government's
dude,
just
it's
mad they didn't get their cut. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's all it ever is anymore. You know what I mean? The government's always mad that they're not getting their money, but it's like, what is the government doing for us?
You said you're leaving California?
Yeah, I'm going back or I'm not going back, but I'm leaving to Arizona here in a week or two.
Oh, I get a little bit more freedom over there.
That's what I was
Yeah.
saying earlier. Like I'll have all of the things I loved about Indiana, but I'll be closer to my wife's family in California.
So you're from Indiana?
No, I'm from Yucaipa.
Oh,
but
okay.
Moved to Indiana January of 2019.
Was that specifically to work at HPI?
No, my wife wanted to go and go to school for like half the time and a third of the price, other than going to school in Pomona.
What does she do?
She's a nurse.
Mm.
And then, so she was like, yeah, there's a school right across the river in Louisville, Kentucky. And it's
Commonwealth
insanely
State.
cheaper. Yeah. She was like, it's way cheaper. I'll be done sooner. She's like, and I'll have the exact same credentials. She's like, then I'll start shopping for jobs. So I went and got my CDL, ran a mixer, pretty much through the majority of COVID, just working like 12 to 16 hour days
Yep.
and just trying to keep us afloat during COVID. And she killed it. She went to school. She's incredibly smart and hot, and but she killed it. And then she told me, she's like, I have a job opportunity in Indy. She's like, do you want me to apply up there? We're not really big on city living, but I told her, I was like, HPI's up there. I was like, let me make a call. So I happened to be walking out of like TJ Maxx one day. We were up there kind of just looking at the town, seeing where we wanted to
Buying
live.
underwear.
Yeah. So we went into TJ Maxx just kind of being bored. And I saw a dude walking outside and he had like an HPI bike night shirt. And I'm like, hey, bike night's like next Friday. Are you going? And he's like, dude, I work there. And I was like, oh, so yes. And then that ended up being Ryan. And I called and bugged him and Jimmy for.
Hey, so you remember me? I met you the other day at TJ Maxx.
I was holding the BD
you remember I was the weird
BVDs.
guy begging for a job outside.
Yeah, I was asking you
And,
to try these underwear on.
Yeah. So I called and bugged Ryan and Jimmy for weeks. And then I remember they were like, we're going to Sturgis. They were building that turbo bike for the Sturgis drag thing that they did.
Mhm.
And pretty much I called Jimmy every damn day and was like, hey, when are you guys coming back from Sturgis? What's going on? Like, Jimmy's like, just come and talk to me. Handed him my resume. And I remember I brought like nice clothes to think like it was a regular job
Mhm.
interview. Like I was trying to be presentable, and I pulled up and I'm wearing like camo cargo shorts and I was getting ready to change. And I was like, Jimmy loves like Pantera and shit. Like, why the fuck am I going to walk in with a button down and whatever? And I walk in and he kind of saw like some of my tattoos and stuff. And he's like, what do you want? And I was like, I'm Kasey. I'm the guy that's been calling you. And he's like, okay, sick. He's like, in like 2 weeks, come by. So started there. Jimmy gave me a shot. Started doing assembling throttle bodies when I started there. Then they found out that I could fabricate and kind of tweak metal and make it what I wanted to be. So they threw me in the ring with Billy in the fab department, and that was it. Deep water. Learned from there.
When was this?
Jimmy this was 2021 all the way to 24.
Nice.
And dude, forever indebted to them. Jimmy and Laura are amazing people.
Yep.
They rule.
Yeah,
No one's worked with me like them.
Yeah.
Because when we moved to Indiana, it was just damn near the 4 of us, me, my wife, and 2 kids.
Yeah.
So
That's all we had.
I was wondering if he had a hand in my pipe, but no homo.
Probably
but
not.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah, that
But it-
sounded real fucking gay, dude.
Yeah.
It was right before, because I got the bike in 2019. And then like we went to work on it like right away. Like when I
I
got
think we
it.
got it through COVID.
Yeah, I
It
think
was probably before me, but
Yeah,
I
it was
worked there when
2020.
you got off the wait list, most likely. Yeah.
Yeah, that could be possible.
I'm not,
But
I'm
no,
not gonna
like,
say anything.
for real, that place is like,
Packed.
I'm glad to have it on my resume.
Yeah.
Jimmy's one of the raddest dudes to ever work
I don't
for.
know Jimmy
His-
super well.
His brain is insane.
but I've heard nothing but those kind of things about him.
Yeah, no, like he's
Like he's a fucking genius.
yeah, and he makes it sound so simple to where like when he tells you an idea, you're immediately like, yeah, that will be the best way to do this.
Yeah.
Why did no one else think of this?
Yeah.
And he makes it, like I said, he makes it seem so simple to where he's like, just do this. You're like, oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why didn't I do that? Instead, I did 10 steps of fucking up to arrive at the same thing.
Outcome, yeah.
That's why
But
HPI
he
is
takes,
in the
like-
position that it's in.
Exactly. Yeah. Like him, his mom's a genius. Everyone's from like a machining and fabricating
That's
background.
Chip.
So,
I'm good friends with Chip, and Chip's good friends with them.
yeah,
The
Mary's
whole family,
rad.
yeah. And he says the same thing. Like, yeah, everybody over there. It's just
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like they all the understanding they have of what's we all do.
If you ever feel like you're the smartest dude in the room, hang out with like Jimmy
I've
and his
never
family.
felt that way.
Yeah.
He's definitely never
That's
felt
why
that
he
way.
stayed quiet.
Yeah, he's all,
It's like-
what? Huh?
I'm still working out chaparral right now.
But it's like I grew up like hanging out
I
around.
thought they
a-
sold chaps.
Yeah, bro. What the?
I grew up like hanging out around like really serious off-road fabrication guys.
Yep.
And then when I moved to Indy, I was like, you can have this level of
Cleanliness.
cleanliness
Yeah,
and
yeah,
quality on a bike, like, and thinking of stuff like having the FXR overflow breathers and everything in the frame.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's insane. They took everything from, I mean, I can't speak for Jimmy, but it's like knowing what he knows about motorsports from sprint cars and midgets and all that stuff, it all translated like this has to be the best working thing. And they just moved that idea to Harleys.
Yeah,
And it was dope. Like,
I mean, it's crazy. Like, all my friends got into the off-road racing stuff, like in the, in high school, out of high school, kind of late 90s, early
everyone had a
2000s.
Ford Ranger.
Yeah. And, I grew up in Asperia, you know what I mean? So, they all were going to the night races and all that stuff. And it just wasn't for me. I never went to none of them, but I did spend 8-10 years at a sheet metal fabrication job shop, So we did a lot of, like, we did all the trophy truck A-arms and chromoly A-arms, so like Damon Jeffries Racing, and I worked a lot with RJ Fabrication, did all his laser cutting and reverse engineering and stuff. So I got to be around that a lot, and it is crazy the levels of that stuff, because again, too, like, you could be around a lot of these off-road things, whether it's rock crawling or desert racing kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And there's obviously levels to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's the guys that are in shops like this or, garages and can have enough tools to get the job done.
Mhm.
It's functional. Maybe not the best looking, but it doesn't break, and then there's guys like RJ Fabrication who literally, I mean, he's basically coined luxury trophy trucks.
Yeah.
That's what he builds. And it's like, you'll have a $500,000 trophy truck that's full leather inside with the Starlight fucking headliner and shit like that. That'll
Yeah.
fucking jump 40-foot fucking tables. You know what I mean? All day long. Like it didn't even, it's crazy,
Yeah.
and it's that level though of that level of fabrication, that level, that mindset, like to be able to do it like on that level it's.
Yeah. I think like, especially with some of the bikes that Jimmy builds for himself is, incredibly thorough. Like obviously there's bike builders that they take everything down to the last nut and bolt and you see a bare frame and it goes all the way back and then you put,
Jimmy
ARP
builds the nuts
everything.
and bolts.
Dude, no, it's like that's kind of what inspired me to inspired me to do the things the way that I do. Not that I have the same capabilities as that guy, but it's like, if nobody sells it, like, just make it.
Yeah.
And then people are like, well, how'd you relocate your shocks like this? I'm like, dude, I just changed the points. Like, I moved everything up. I just changed it.
We're in a weird spot in motorcycles in general, though.
Yeah.
And it comes, my statement of that is because I've been in motorcycles for a long time. It's we're in a spot in motorcycles where it's just assembling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's buying everything and assembling it. It's not building anything.
Yeah.
There's no, and there's plenty of companies out there that have really, really destroyed the customization of everything. Like, by making everything in China and now everybody can get it and offering full gas tanks with knee cutouts already and stuff like that. And it's like, fuck, man, like these little things that were like, something that you had to learn how to do
like
is now
paint.
Yeah. It's like everything's readily available and like you just order it now and it takes a lot away from like
building a bike.
Really building. Yeah, truthfully building, you know what I mean? So I mean, I'm very excited like this year, and Jimmy's a part of it. I'm excited to see what he does, but San Diego Customs in the San Diego Customs Village or whatever you want to call it at Born Free, there's going to be a performance chopper area.
My boy Porter built.
Yeah, Steve.
Ethan brings the heat. I love that dude to death.
Yeah. I don't know Ethan very well either. We just kind of cross paths all the time. Seems like a super rad dude.
I should fix that.
Yeah. Carries a very great, reputation with it, from everybody that I know that knows him. And just so far, because I help in the background all the San Diego Customs show stuff.
I followed him on Instagram like years before we were friends. He had this Corolla drag car that he was linking, and then I was into like drift car stuff at the time, which is still to this day pretty damn cheaply done and lame.
Yeah.
But I was trying to make like adjustable 4-links that were coming through the rear firewall, and I built a couple for.
He thinks you're talking about
stuff.
Sausages.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Dude, I'm so hungry.
He's like 4 links. Why not 5?
Right, I got a corn dog on the way down here.
You did.
Typical.
Yeah.
Only because the hot dog buns were harder than dicks on fucking Blue Chew, dude.
So you got a fucking hot dog buns were the issue, so you got one to go.
He ate the hot dog straight out of the bun.
Who needs buns anyway? Bro?
But yeah, no, I forget what I was talking about now. You got me all hot dogged out.
Your 4-link on the drift car.
Yeah, so I had been following Ethan way before I even knew him, and then I moved to Indy, started working at HPI, and I saw him like walking around the shop, and I'm like, I didn't know you were around here. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, do you still have that Corolla? And he's like, it wasn't mine, it was a customer's. He's like, we got it all done. I went over to his place and I was just mind blown.
Is it the same shop he's in right now?
Yeah.
So because again, I work with San Diego Customs on their show stuff, and they've been to send us videos of like stuff that they're doing and stuff. So he took me on a little video tour with his phone of his shop. What a fucking cool space that is.
Yeah.
What? And it's like, one, it's jam-packed, fucking jam-packed. But the way he's got it set up, it's like, fuck. I mean, the mezzanines and like it's
one
perfect.
of the coolest things, like apart from how good he is like what he does is like, he's a solid ass friend.
Yeah,
so like me and my wife go over there, we do some photography stuff for him. And we ended up doing like, it got to the point where like I just come and hang out and I bring the kids and the kids fuck around. They eat candy, they pet the cats, all that stuff. And then we realized we didn't get any work done. We just sat there and did this the whole time.
Yeah. That's not a bad thing though.
Yeah.
Not at least as long as it's not every single time.
Yeah, it's dope though. Like he's one of my close friends that anytime I need something or like have an idea, I'm like, how would you do this? Because this is kind of my end goal. And then like with the mids on my bike, I was like, I want to do this, but all these kits just look so
I don't like
linkage
the ones that go
botched
over
and,
the
like,
primary. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I didn't
either.
want like external linkage. I didn't. There was too many failure points in my eyes. There's some people
they
that
look
build
weird.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people that build great
Yeah,
mid
yeah.
controls for bikes.
Yeah.
It's not how I wanted my bike to look.
Yeah, it's
And
not. Yeah, it's
so-
no shade on any of the companies that manufacture them or make them.
Yeah.
Again, for me, I'm more of a factory custom person,
Yeah.
so I want it to look like if I'm going to do mid controls on a bike that had floorboards, I
Yeah.
want it to look like it came this way.
Yeah, Victor Mod Glide.
Mhm.
He messaged me when I started doing that, and he said OEM plus is
Yeah.
the way to go.
Yep, 100%. And again, all those kits. There's a ton of nice kits.
Yeah. So I hit up Ethan, and I was like, dude, I want to do mids on my bike, and he was like, buy Dyna mid controls.
Yeah.
He's like, you have the same primary as an FXR, and I said, I can't machine this at my current job. What do you recommend? And he's like, just buy this list of parts, send it to me, dude. I sent it out Tuesday. He sent me tracking back on like, I want to say the following Saturday.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's done. It's in the mail. You'll get it soon. And all I had to do was assemble it like a factory bike.
Yeah.
And then I bought the Sousa Dynablocks.
Yep.
And then trimmed them to where they were hugging everything I wanted just right. Welded those to the frame, and
Called it a day.
dude, it was fine.
Yeah. I bought Dyna mid controls to put on my rigid chopper.
Yeah.
Because again, same thing. I want to put mid controls on it, but I don't want them. They make, for me, I don't want those real high mid controls that they do on choppers. That Frisco style shit. I'll fucking won't be able to get off the bike.
Yeah.
I'll be fucking stuck on that bitch.
Bro, that
The only thing I did-
chopped.
Yeah.
The only thing I did different was I felt like I sit really far up on the seat when I corner.
Yep.
And then I wanted to move the foot controls back like a half an inch.
Mhm.
And that was just something that I don't know why I wanted to do it, but it sounded good and it
Yeah.
looked like it was going to fit better. And when I marked the frame and tacked everything on there, I kind of dry ran the mids, and it sat exactly perfect on that HPI pipe, like right in the corner of where the two come.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this is money. Like this
Yeah.
wouldn't have gotten better. I went to Quaid to go buy like primary oil, and one guy was like, oh, you should have just bought the Big Bear Choppers mids. It would have looked the same. And I was like, please stop. I was like, thank you for the insult, but I was like, I've actually worked really fucking hard on this. Like,
Yeah, but again, it goes back to what we were just saying. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm sure I'm sure the Big Bear Chopper mids are really nice. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it's like there's the skill set of being able to do some of this stuff on bikes is getting lost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's getting lost in the shuffle of Instagram influencers and builders, and the word build itself has like lost meaning because it's all assembly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And everybody starts somewhere. So I'm not,
Yeah.
again, I mean, I it's not shade to anybody. Like we all started in a spot to like learn something, and everybody, I think, doing it no matter what is trying to progress a skill set. You know what I mean? But a lot of people also are just doing it for the gram.
yeah. And
You
I
know?
tell everyone that'll listen, like my bike is just a whole conglomerate of ideas that I had in my head. And then,
But your bike's
I didn't
also
even
the one
really-
your grandpa
yeah.
gave you, correct?
Yeah, so my grandpa bought that bike new in 06 or 07.
Yep.
It's a 06 Ultra Classic. It
Yep.
had the tour pack, some crazy stereo so he could blare Kid Rock while he's hauling ass down South Carolina. So he bought it. I don't know if he
America.
bought it. I don't know if he bought it at what is that? Crossroads in Spartanburg. That's like his local Harley.
Yep.
But he knew he wasn't doing so hot, and he knew that the bike was going to get ridden if it went to me.
Yeah.
And he was like, since you're living in Indiana now, he drove from South Carolina, dropped off the bike, and it took me like, I want to say 2 years to even think about touching the bike because I just didn't want to undo what he did.
Were you riding
and
it?
then
and
then
you were just riding how he had it.
It was
Listen to
completely
Kid Rock.
No, there was a
The tape was stuck in the cassette player.
what's the name of that song? It's by, I want to say like Fire Inc., but it's called Godspeed. It's some like old crazy just rock song.
Okay.
And every time I hear that song, like I'm like, all right, I got to ride this bike.
Oh,
Like
wow.
it's dope. But then that was in a SD card in the stereo.
An MP3, baby.
Yeah, so it was in the SD card in the stereo,
How
and
funny.
the SD card is the only like electronic that I kept out of the fairing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I wrote it completely how he had it, full chrome, Reinhardt's,
Yeah.
air suspension,
Oh,
all that
wow.
shit. And
But I mean, but you were kind of probably fitting in pretty okay in Indiana.
yeah, like I was still like the hottest dude with the cleanest chrome.
Yeah, yeah. Like
So-
you were winning the trophies at the bike nights. Not HPI's bike night, but
So everyone saw this like this old dude's bike ripping down the street, and then they were like, "Why is that fucking idiot in shorts and Vans?" You know.
I call 911. I think he just stole that bike.
I could see it.
Yeah.
The
And
hog
then,
chapter was
but it took me like
pissed.
it took me like 2 years to finally.
Were you drinking
start
Mellow
to-
Yellow though?
No,
That's a weird thing about
Cactus
the
Cooler.
Midwest.
Cactus Cooler. For
Oh,
sure.
fuck. Yeah.
Midwest drinks fucking soda, bro.
Yeah.
Every like when
You go
I
anywhere and there's actually like Big Red at the fountains.
yeah,
I'm like, that's insane.
wild. We go to when we go back to like Sioux Falls, we'll go to like breakfast at like a little diner or something, and it's like the old farmer guys, 70-year-old guys getting a big old thing of Mellow Yellow at breakfast, and you're like, what? the
Mountain Dew,
fuck?
dude. Everybody
Mellow
Mountain
Yellow?
Dew.
Out there they do. They got that shit out
Really?
there on tap. Oh yeah, dude. All that weird old soda stuff that we don't have in California, they still got it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. It trips me out because I don't even drink soda. Despite my appearance, I don't drink soda.
I try.
You ain't fooling nobody.
I really don't. But I really actually don't drink soda.
Me and my wife have locked in pretty damn hard. And soda,
You've been going to the gym
soda
at like
was-
fucking 3 a.m, dude.
now I don't because I
God,
just
thank God. I get tired of seeing that.
yeah.
It's too early.
I
Man.
quit my job and I was like, I'm gonna take a week and a half, about 2 weeks to hang out with the kids before I take off. And so
Are you
now-
going out there by yourself?
for a little bit? Yeah,
How long's a little bit? You don't know?
to be determined. So
Oh.
I'm gonna go out there. I want the kids to finish their school year out here. They're in a good school, and my wife's got a really good job right now. I kind of don't want to rip that away from them because I'm a dickhead. So
Just talking this out with you, you can't find another place to work out here in California.
I can. It's a matter of if I want to.
Got you. You want to move to you want out of the state.
Yeah,
Got
I
you.
lived
Okay.
in Indiana for
Too long.
Yeah, enough to love it.
Enough to get used to not having all the restraints on the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
Because that's really what it kind of leads down to, right? I mean,
yeah, like I like my freedoms. I met a lot less cops out there
yeah.
for sure.
Man, you go to some weird places, man.
So
Stay out of the donut shop.
yeah, no, we when I moved out there, I had my wife's Mitsubishi Evo 9, and that was like
That sounds fancy. I don't know what that is.
all-wheel drive.
Fun.
The
It's-
fun,
it
sounds.
fast car,
All-wheel
yeah.
drive means fun.
It's like
Yeah,
their
so-
version of the Subaru, but beefed up.
Oh,
So like old like DSMs, like
dick
Eclipses. and-
sucking mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What's a DS? No, I don't know what a DS
Diamond
is.
Star Motors. So if I could be wrong, someone will probably come at me in the comments. But from 89 to 99, Plymouth, Dodge, Mitsubishi
Okay.
came together and made a all-wheel drive 4-cylinder turbo 4G63, which is the engine car, which is like the Eclipse from Fast and the Furious, all that shit.
Oh,
But
he's
they
talking our
were-
language.
Yeah,
The movie, not the cars. I don't know what you're saying,
yeah,
but
no,
we
like
love the movies.
yeah. So I've always really liked those cars. I like anything that false atmosphere
Yeah.
turbo shit. And then
I like that stuff. I had a little turbo GTI back in like 03.
Yeah.
And that was probably I really enjoyed that car. I would like to have another one. I look at them all the time on a marketplace. But I think I didn't get into like the other models.
the actual like tuner shit.
Yeah. I didn't get that deep. I liked the German stuff. I liked the
Yeah.
European cars more or less. But again, I still didn't get super deep into it. But
I think that's why I love Harley so much, because my first shit box was a 67 Bug. Like that was
my first
that
was a
my first
68.
car.
Yeah, mine was a 68. Mine had early fenders and stuff though.
Yeah, I took the mine didn't have early fenders, but I took the big bumper off and just put the T-bar deals.
Yeah.
And then
67 though was 1 year only.
Yeah.
It's a good car. I loved Volkswagens, man.
they were cool. Every chick that I ever gave a ride, she's like, "This smells like a lawnmower," and I was like, "Yes,
Yeah.
yes, enjoy it."
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
But
know
then,
it doesn't smell like a lawnmower?
Or maybe it did.
Maybe it did also, but it's your job to try it out.
Who knows?
But no, man, like Volkswagens were cool.
I love them.
Yeah,
I would love to do a bug.
they're so incredibly simple. My wife asked me the other day, she's like, "Would you ever own another Volkswagen?" I was like, "Fuck yeah."
I'd own 100.
No, but
Yeah, I would. I mean, we were talking about this before you showed up because I've been a collector my whole life. Like, you know, I collect things. Like, I just like. I like things, you know, and I mean, I like classic things too. I mean, I got so the Volkswagen Bug got me into old cars, and then like, you know, tinkering and working on things because I as deep as I am into the Harley world and things like that, like a lot of people that are this deep into and stuff like this, it comes from like their dad or their grandpa. It doesn't for me. I'm the first one. You know what I mean? So like,
so you're gonna have dope grandkids.
I hope I have dope kids, you know, first, right? You know, my son didn't care for any of it, but I think it's starting to finally grow. He'll be 21 this year.
Okay.
You know, I think it's finally starting to
click.
Yeah, because he's in the Air Force, so he's around other things. You know what I mean? Like, we just had a hard relationship. That's it. You know what I mean? Like a split household. It was just not easy.
Yeah.
We butted heads nonstop. It was kind of like everything I liked, he hated. You know, like just sucks. It is what it is. But like, it was really cool when he was in his training and stuff for the Air Force, and he's like, "Yeah, we went to this area on base where they work on the things, and the smell of it reminded me of your shop." And like, and it's like, okay, those core memories are in there. Yeah. And then when I went and seen him, not this last year, the year before, we were having dinner, and he's like, one of his buddies at the base got a street bike, and he's like, oh, and he's like, it was really cool, and he was like, oh, you should get one. He's like, do you know who my dad is? I can't get a street bike. Yeah. You know, it's got to be a Harley.
I think that's like major step one. Like I'm starting to see it in my son as well, and I couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
My daughter, dude, she loves bikes. I'm so screwed.
Oh yeah.
But then like so like I think the appreciation of technology, knowing like the mechanical side of it, like this thing is a machine that performs this way. And then to me, that's the coolest thing. Like I was saying, I stopped at a local firehouse over here to say hi to a friend on the way down, and he was showing me like just the trucks, and I was like, this thing is so much more than I ever thought. Like it's
the
insane.
appreciation for that stuff. Like that's kind of the thing for me too. Like I like everything. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I can get on board, especially like custom things, anything that's custom. Yeah. It may not be for me. Like I may not want to ride that motorcycle or drive that car or whatever it is, but I'll also look at the craftsmanship behind it and like, oh, this is cool the way they did this, you know, and start looking at stuff in that sense, not just like, not from 20 feet back and being like, that thing's fucking stupid. You know what I mean? Like, you know, sometimes it takes getting a little closer to stuff and like realizing like even stereo baggers.
Yeah.
Big wheel baggers. That totally missed me. It wasn't for me. I didn't care for that stuff. But
I can appreciate if it's done right.
100%. Like when I see one of those bikes in person, I do kind of want to look at it at the same time, especially because some of them have a lot of fucking work done to them.
Yeah. Like if there was like if all the wiring is done beautifully hidden, you know, or even just well organized.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Or for once the guy didn't curb the fucking rear fender.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I get like that with, cause I love cars. I love older cars. That was like my thing before I got into motorcycles. It's funny because I was looking at, I was talking to cause I had a truck and I fucking couldn't stand this truck. I had a F-250. It was a 2002 F-250, but it was the V10 and nothing but problems.
Those are gay.
Yeah. Fucking gas. It was terrible. And then, so I really wanted, I was
in 02 would have been in 7.3.
Dude, the
missed out, buddy.
My buddy had that V10 Excursion. He said it was the worst truck he ever.
The V10's the worst.
The aluminum heads were fucking terrible, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking spark plug just blowing right out of them. Like
Ford. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I wanted a Subaru Impreza STI.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, dude, I found one.
That was when they first came out too.
No. This was like 2012.
Oh, I thought you said you had a 02.
Yeah, my truck was 02.
12.
Yeah.
He was like, he went to the dealership and he was like, I hate reliability and I love vapes.
Yeah.
Did
you see this mod?
Yeah. This was pre-vape. If I would have known, it would have came with one.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh yeah, let's do this. And my dad was like, well, why don't you, he was like, you into motorcycles at all? And I was like, I never was fucking into motorcycles. And I was like, no, and he was just like, well, if you get your motorcycle license, and I didn't say like, yeah, I'm like into it. I was like, no, I'm not into motorcycles. And he was just like, well, if you get your motorcycle license, he's like, you can take over my bike and I'll go get another bike. And I was like,
How's that getting me a Subaru, Dad?
I was like, fuck. I was like, all right, dude. And then after that, I was fucking into it. But like,
But where do I put my corn dogs?
Give him a little holster.
bro, that's what your vest pockets
Yeah,
are for.
exactly, dude.
You go through right in here. No, I still love, like, I always tell myself, I tell my wife, oh, if I didn't have fucking kids, I'd have some old fucking sick cars and shit. But then I fucking see, I see dudes.
See all these guys broken down in San Diego. Kids all sitting on this fucking hood.
I see these
spending the night in quartzite.
Yeah.
I'll see like Mustangs. Have you seen people put like Honda motors in Mustangs, like twin turbos and shit? I'm like,
making
gay.
Fords reliable. Yeah,
dude, I'm
but that's gay.
I'm like, how the fuck are they doing that?
Honda motors?
Dude,
That's gay.
It's fucking
LS or
everybody
at
makes
least
everybody makes a trans adapter now. The
trans
Honda
adapter for
the problem
everything,
is the Honda motor. I'm not saying I'm pro Honda. Okay.
Okay. Let's get this clear.
Oh fuck! I own a Honda.
Oh yeah, I heard.
I'm not.
I saw that
I'm
you're
not-
just going to only talk about the Africa Twin on here.
Yeah. I was talking with a friend and he goes, "What are you going to talk about?" I said, "I don't know. Whatever they ask me, it could be any question. I'm just going to answer with how cool the Africa Twin is." Like, he'd be like, so how long you worked here? Oh,
He
dude,
also
the
doesn't know what an
Africa
African
Twin-
twin. He thinks we're talking about some racist
Yeah.
twins.
Yeah.
we can get away with it because I'm here. So.
Yeah.
What's the corn dog capacity on the Africa Twin?
Yeah.
So the Africa Twin is I have the early one, which is a 1000 cc pretty much adventure bike.
Honda's adventure bike.
yeah.
They called it
Okay.
an Africa
So
Twin.
they were built
Why?
for like Dakar and like
He doesn't know what that is.
desert racing. So they
Wait,
built a
why is-
bike.
why
He's all, I have a car.
Why is Honda calling it like an African twin?
I don't know. Why did they call it the African? Do you know?
That's
I always thought that was a weird name too.
that needs to be a YouTube search later. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'll go down there and call it a Chinese.
Well, so it is
twin.
it is
Yeah.
a
Well, then the Chinese.
China-
You got to say the Chinese. Remember?
It's a China twin.
it is a twin. It's a parallel twin motor.
Okay.
But then I don't know where the Africa comes from. I know they're raced out there towards, like Dakar, out in the middle of the dunes and
Uh-huh.
all that shit. Then,
It's so weird.
but yeah, no, it weighs nothing. I want to say it's like 400 and some change. It's got 8 inches of travel front and rear, and it just fucks.
I know people that
Like,
swear by those bikes.
I want to see
Swear
this.
by those
so
bikes.
the problem is,
You've
like,
seen them all the time, dude.
I
But
would
you wouldn't even
love-
look twice at it.
I
It's just
would
an adventure bike.
It's not pretty. It's not cool at all. But then you ride it and you're like, this thing
Yeah.
is the best handling.
Auto swears
most
by those
fun thing.
bikes. I think Subius swears by those bikes. Like a lot of those dudes that ride like dual sport bikes and shit, they're like those as Africa Twins are fucking amazing.
Yeah, a Pan Am will work it though.
But Pan Am's heavy.
Yeah, I mean, with my buddy Brandon has a Pan Am, and we went. He came out. We rode Highway 38, and he was having like fuel pump issues with Pan Am
Yeah.
fuel pump issues. So his bike
They-
wasn't going.
I think they had to
like,
work some
full
bugs out in
RPM.
the
Yeah.
first few years.
So the first day that we rode together, we were trying to put those bikes head to head, and then it rained the whole time we were up there.
Oh,
So
wow.
we were like, "Fuck it, let's go get food and just hang out, wait this rain out."
Yeah.
Rain didn't go anywhere, but we didn't really get a good test of which bike handled, braked, accelerated better, and that was kind of the goal. We have similar riding styles. We've been riding together for a long time. But then, so I was like, "Fuck it, we'll go out to Phoenix, where he lives now,
Uh-huh.
and we'll ride from there all the way through Prescott, Jerome,
I like
all that
Prescott.
up through
Yeah.
Sedona, all the way up to Flagstaff,
Yep.
and we'll just make it an all day thing. Go up there and then rip 17 back down." And I got into town late that night, and my clutch was slipping.
Yep.
And I was like, "We're not going to get another good head to head on these bikes because his bike's fixed, but now my bike's fucking up." So I babied my bike the entire time. I'm coming down 10 on the way home a few days later, and I'm trying to plug my phone charger into my phone,
Mhm.
and my phone charger cable won't move. It was stuck in between the lever
Oh.
and the lever stop. My clutch was perfectly fine all weekend.
Oh,
My
you were just
phone
always
cable
kind of
just
engaging a
wasn't-
little
yeah.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, dude,
Could have smoked that motherfucker.
no, I still don't know.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And then the last time I went out there, I took the Harley and it didn't make it. So
Yeah, tell us that story. That sounds like an interesting story. I mean, I kind of watched. We talked about it a little bit.
yeah, company who shall not be named. I went the cheap route on my chain conversion, and
Yeah.
it bit me in the ass. So, but I was going out there for a job interview,
Mhm.
and the goal was to be out there around lunchtime the next day.
Yeah.
So I'd been waiting on someone they needed something brought to Phoenix, and I was like, okay, just let me know. Then he hit me up at like 8:00. He's like, I'm still in Corona. I'm not going to be back in Redlands until this time. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't wait that long because now I'm getting into Phoenix after midnight.
Yeah.
So I jump on the bike. I start ripping out. I stop at what is that, Scirocco Summit,
Mhm.
and get some gas, hang out, go to the bathroom, and then I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna power to State Line.
Yeah.
Hauled ass the entire time to State Line, and everything's going good. Music's perfect. The weather's great.
You got the SD cards
Hauling it-
in.
Yeah, the
you were
SD
fucking
cards
going.
in.
Yeah.
Dude, I was moving,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden I'm
Not moving
in the
anymore.
middle of fifth gear, and my bike just goes "Durn," and I was like,
That's never a good sign.
I know my trans is like pissed off,
Yeah.
but I trust it. And like I know my shitbox.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And so I was like, what the fuck? So I downshifted fourth, all RPMs, downshifted third. I'm like, this is bad.
Yeah.
And so I went all the way down to neutral, and then I'm just coasting. I'm like, well, I need to hit the shoulder. And I looked down, and I had a gold chain on my bike at the time. And I was
Yeah.
like, there ain't shit that's gold down there. I was like, my chain's gone. So the shittiest part of the story is I could see the next gas station,
Yeah.
and I was like, man, if only I could roll that far.
Yeah.
It wasn't happening. So I took the longest walk with my bike that I ever have,
That's the
and it
worst,
turned
dude.
out it was like just under 7 miles,
Oh.
but it was flat. So I'm not
Okay.
pissed
That's
off.
yeah.
but
That's not bad.
I walked probably
Not fun.
I walked probably like a quarter to a half mile, and then stopped, cussed myself, and
Yeah.
got real angry and had some words.
You
with-
got off the bike and the chain was just gone.
Yeah, everything ran fine. If I had a chain, I would have been able to fucking go.
So the master, we'll just make the assumption that the cheap chain in the master link gave.
Yeah, the kit that I bought, it came with like some Chinese chain,
Mhm.
and I knew it was going to be an issue, but I was like, I need to be in Phoenix like tomorrow.
And you just put that kit on.
Yeah,
Oh, that sucks.
after battling with them over
Was
the
it a
wrong
clip-on
parts
master
for-
link?
No, it was the rivet.
And was it rivet
But,
one?
yeah.
Interesting.
I want to know who it was.
I know who it was.
Yeah, I waited 3 or 4 weeks
Yeah.
for them to send me the wrong parts 3 times. I still have a box of their shit that I keep messaging them saying, hey, do you want me to ship this back? And they won't respond.
Well, at this point, I
So-
would just sell it on the marketplace to replace the chain that broke.
Yeah. So luckily, I was heading to Phoenix anyways for a potential new job. And I stopped in, and I was like, I called Tony at Ramjet. I'm like, hey, I made it into town. I need a chain
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And the goal was to go to this place and say, like, this is my bike. This is what I can bring to working here. And I showed up on my buddy's stock Pan Am.
And then this is a picture of my bike in the
Yeah.
back of this tow truck.
But I hit him up. I was like, hey, this is what I need. Like, I don't need any help, any of this. I was like, I just need the parts. I need to get back so I can fix this thing. And he was like, I can't believe you still showed up. And I was like, well, I slept in the desert in 30 degrees.
Use a rattlesnake as a pillow.
Yeah, I called everybody.
Did you
and
literally
nobody-
sleep on the floor in the desert?
I got to the gas station, let my bike idle forever, went inside, bought a Monster and some waters and shit, and then just curled up underneath my pipe and just went to sleep.
Dang,
Luckily, my bike's like
really tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. No fun.
dumbest thing ever. So then my
Well, yeah,
buddy,
because this was what, December?
yeah, that was
You just did this
Ooh.
last
it was
like
right
that-
before Christmas. Yeah,
Yeah. So it's not like
Yeah.
you were doing this in July,
no,
like
I was-
110 degrees
Yeah,
out at
no,
night, you
I
know?
was wearing like my buddy let me borrow his like army pants,
Yeah.
and they're like cold weather, wind resistant,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that
yeah.
shit. And I went on eBay and I was like, I need some of these, so I grabbed those. Those are now my like winter
Yep,
riding
yep.
pants. I was wearing just like the thickest sweater I have, and then your new windbreaker.
Yeah. Oh, you were
And
warm as
it
fuck
was-
then.
It was perfect.
You were dialed.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
I,
Dry as fuck.
You
if
was
I
dry
had-
as fuck and you were warm. That windbreaker's wild, right?
Yeah, it's great.
It actually, like,
And then,
I mean, I was kind of, I was surprised on it.
Breaks the wind.
yeah,
It, dude, not only does that, but
yeah.
it keeps you dry.
So I called everybody when I got to this gas station, and or better yet, I pulled over on the side of the freeway and I checked my phone just to be like, where am I?
Yep.
What's the plan? And it said I had a like on Instagram, and it was my wife. She liked my photo of me. I took like a welcome to Arizona state line picture on the way in, and my wife liked the photo. So I called her. I'm like, dude, it's 1 a.m. Like, what are you doing awake? She's like, I just woke up real quick, checked your location, making sure you're okay. And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Go to bed. And I
You didn't tell her what happened?
I didn't tell her shit till 6 a.m. until she checks my location and I'm 50 feet off the freeway in the middle of the desert. She's like, he's dead. So,
yeah, that's not a good one. 50 feet off of the highway.
Yeah,
that is
it was because I was at like the truck stop sleeping off the road.
Okay,
but it was like, if you looked at it on the map, I wasn't at the gas station. I was at the like.
Yeah.
Looked like I was in the dirt.
Yeah. Did she freak out?
Of course.
Yeah. She call you?
She called me immediately. She said, "Where the fuck are you?" And I was like, "I'm in Arizona."
I'm fine.
She goes, "Do you need me to come pick you up?" I said, "No, I got a hold of my buddy." I said, "He's coming with his truck," because it was either like whatever it is, 2 or 3 hours to her or an hour from him.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm having him come. I'm going to go do what I need to do. I'm going to fix my bike. And then I'm going to go drop off resumes the rest of Phoenix.
Yeah.
He shows up. I love my buddy to death. It was the funniest, dumbest, like, we're in the biggest fucking hurry at 4 or 5 in the morning deal.
Yeah.
He just jumps in his truck. He's like, I have your location. I'm on my way. He shows up. We have no ramp, no straps, no nothing. And I'm like, this just gets fucking better.
Yeah.
So we backed up to this like little dirt hill. And again, thankfully my bike's tall, but we just rammed the tailgate and the bike went up and we got it.
You just lay it down on its side or what?
No, I'm holding the brake and I posted this video. It was fucking stupid, but I was holding the brake and I put it in gear and I put it on the kickstand and I'm like, all right, let's get this thing strapped, go get breakfast. Go. I need coffee. I'm cold.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck, I don't have straps.
Or the shoestring.
He had like one strap, but it was to keep like a milk crate in his truck. It was like the 1/2-inch straps.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, I went inside here. They're not selling straps. I was like, we got to go to the next exit. And I think there's like a Love's or something down there. We'll get straps. So I'm on the fucking freeway in the back holding my bike on the brakes and I'm colder than shit. And I'm like, dude, just get there. Like, I don't care.
I'm so stoked I have the Speed Kings windbreaker on.
Shameless plug. Yeah. So we got that all figured out. Got to Phoenix, got my bike fixed, did the job interview. And now my bike's back together. Everything's fucking safety wired. And I'm still running that shitty company setup, but it's completely idiot proof now. I took everything apart, went to Bamco. They gave me all new hardware because I was done dealing with all this horrible shit. Spent 2 whole days drilling Bamco bolts for safety wire.
Yep.
Did them all by hand because I don't have any cool tooling or anything now that I'm in California. If I was still at HPI, we'd have it done in an hour.
Yeah. You could have came here.
Could have. Yeah. That's true. I only worked across the freeway.
Yeah. They don't let you do anything at your job you have now or had?
We just, it's 2 different locations. Like our machine shop is one location in Elsinore. And then we just did fab at the other one. Like it was just welding.
So you guys didn't have like drill presses or anything like that? Or?
We did, but we didn't have anything that was going to go through stainless.
Gotcha.
It's all just mild steel, glue it together. And
yeah, cool. Gotcha. Full production.
Literally full production.
Yeah.
What are you going to be doing out there in Arizona?
So with this new job, I marketed myself as a fabricator saying like, I see you guys do a lot of cool custom shit. I would like to come and weld and help out. He's like, I don't really have that much fabrication stuff. He's like, what else could you do? And he read my resume and saw that I was also in like sales at Carly Suspension. I'm good on the phone. I can talk to anybody without insulting them if I actually wanted to. And then he was like, yeah, he's like, if you want, he's like, we can get you in here and you can learn all the product and start helping us sell it and move it and build cool shit. So, I'm excited to get back into motorcycles. When I moved back to California, I got back into the off-road truck scene and I didn't miss it that much.
Well, that too. And I mean, you went straight.
I'm so much more passionate about bikes after working at HPI because I know what it takes. And then once I went back to like production welding,
that's what I was going to
I was like, fuck, dude, this sucks.
Because it's like,
it was great. Like I loved working at Carly. All those guys are great people.
Yeah.
Like
But production's
Mike's-
production.
Yeah, production sucks.
Yeah.
But it's the biggest thing is going to work and just being proud of what you're doing. Like knowing that even if it is production, we
Yeah.
produce the best.
Yeah, 100%, right? I mean, but the shitty part, I guess, about like a company like that and just being in production is like the people that are creating the products don't even really need to know anything about the products. They just need to know that this is
Luckily,
welded together
yeah.
and, you know, this gets fixtured and, you know.
I would say as a blanket statement, yes. I would
Yes.
say Carly's different because
Yeah.
all those dudes beat the fuck out
Good.
of their trucks.
Good,
Like,
good. And I'm not picking on that one company, but
everything's designed and R&D'd by dudes that actually go out and jump their
Yeah.
shit. So the problem is they're doing it with diesels. And to me, like, everyone's like, that's so dumb. And then that gets me fired up more because I'm like, we're not supposed to be treating these vehicles like this. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
it's cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, which is, I think, the biggest aspect for performance Harleys for me is like, you know, these are supposed to be Sunday cruisers rolling up to Sturgis with the old lady on the back while
Yep.
her titty falls out and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Like,
Ooh, titty.
this is, yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then to me, it's like, I'm not looking for a bar hopper. I'm not looking for any of that. I want to go as fast as I can and find the limits of this motorcycle and then upgrade parts accordingly
Yep.
to what the motorcycle needs to fit, I guess, my riding style.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, just like I said, being proud of what you do and producing the best is hopefully something that I can keep making habitual.
Yeah. You know, you got the bug. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
once you get pinched by that or, you know, bitten
I
by
think-
that, it's
I was talking to my wife and I said, I talk so much shit that if I wasn't good at what I did,
you would know it.
it would not, talking shit would be the worst idea ever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Well, yeah,
I
because
make mistakes and I've done dumb shit, but
Yeah, that's how we learn,
like,
though.
like I can get down though.
at least you're not. What was those swing arms that you were showing off that guy was selling on Marketplace or something?
Oh yeah. I have a
Those-
bad habit of that. I've tried to calm down on Instagram a lot about talking shit about stupid people.
Yeah, I mean, I stay away from that.
People
but-
will show. Well, yeah. You mean that pays your bills. Me,
Yeah.
if someone called my boss and was like, "Casey's called someone a name on Instagram," they'd be like, "You probably fucking deserved it." But no, some guy was building a fixture for these drag swing arms.
He was
And-
wasn't he marking them as like Bagger Racing League swing arms?
Yeah. So, but the problem is they were just like square tubing, and then he cut it and bent it, and then like C-clamped it to a stock swing arm. So the dimensions were the same, and then he bought a whole bunch of A1 shit.
Yep.
And then used A1 shit to finish his swing arms that technically were just
They were rough.
regular bullshit. So he posted it, and he's like, these are all welded ready for powder coat. And I got blocked from the page, the performance bagger page, because I said, hopefully the next guy that welds them knows what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then, you know, everyone, well, you're so good at welding and this and that. And then they look at my page and I'm like, I'm not great at welding, but I mean, I'm not fucking horrible.
Yeah, but when you know what good welding is, you know what good welding is. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not a welder by any means, but I used to give people weld tests because that was my job to know what a good weld was. You
Yeah.
know,
One of the biggest things that kicked my ass was when I came back to California and started working at Carly. They didn't really have a position open for me.
Yeah.
I called Mike, who was a longtime buddy, and he was running the welding department. And I said, "Hey, is there any way that I can come back to Carly?" He said, "We'd love to have you back, but I ain't got nothing." He said,
Yeah.
We're kind of full right now. We're really not that busy at the time. Right now, they're slammed. But he goes, I kind of think I can create this avenue. He goes, you know, do you think you can do this? And what it was they bought 3 robots to MIG weld.
Yep.
And those are great, but obviously humans make errors and a robot's only as good as the person running it.
Yep.
So anytime there was a weld that was messed up or had porosity or anything like that, it was my job to cut it out and hand weld it.
Yeah.
But it had to be the quality of the robot or the quality of Carly's suspension. So like, yeah, you can't just dog shit it in there.
Yeah,
You had to
yeah.
actually try.
Yeah.
So my job was to pretty much cut anything out, remig it, or if it was like could just be kind of tidied up or cover past, like I would just TIG weld it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that kind of shaped me into learning how to, for lack of a better term, I'm pretty good at unfucking things.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I've done a lot of stuff in fabrication, not hands-on, not personally. I'm not a fabricator, but I've worked in fabrication for so long. You know, we did stuff for the 91 bridges. So like, you know, we'd have full structural steel shit that was going to get x-rayed, you know, and then that x-ray shit's wild, you know, when they come in x-ray welds and, you know, you're stacking layers of welds and shit, you know, and then they'll find a crack fucking 4 layers down and you got to fucking cut it all back out and re-weld it all and shit, you know? So you know, my experience is on the other side of not actually the hands-on guy, but knowing how it's supposed to be, you know? So it's, I'm no welder. I suck at it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can get by, but I would never want to present it.
What's one
Like, you know,
as long as you know your
That's
limit.
what powder coat's for.
yeah, right. And the grinder.
Yeah, as long as you know your limit. There's fucking dudes out there. I've seen. Do you remember?
Nope.
Remember
Yeah.
Joey?
Which one?
He bought a pipe a few years ago for his Dyna, and it was a guy out of.
This is very vague information.
I don't want to say a name.
Joey who bought a pipe.
Just
Just go on with the story.
do I want to say a name? I don't think.
I don't know.
Just say yes. And he'll
Joey
move
Weber?
on.
Yeah,
Okay, just say his name.
yeah.
He doesn't even ride anymore.
No, I'm not talking about. I mean him, but I'm talking about who he bought the pipe from.
Oh no, I don't know.
You remember that?
No, I don't
Bob's.
Oh yeah. I don't think that guy's even around anymore either.
Yeah, God, it shouldn't be because he was selling these pipes saying they were the best things ever. And
That's always the ticket right there. when a company pops up out of nowhere,
and their
And
pipe
s-
makes the same power as all the high performance pipes.
or they claim that it's the best pipe, like the when the ego is bigger than the product,
yeah,
that's when everybody needs to like pay attention. You know what I mean? Like that's the reality of this industry is there's a fucking ton of great product. There's no one person that's making the best out of the best of the best. You know what I mean? There's a ton of companies making some really great products, you know what I mean? And they all deserve their spot,
Yeah.
you know? But so it's when somebody just pops up out of fucking nowhere, this smokes everybody.
yeah. I don't. I
I'm
remember.
the fuck on.
I remember when he got the pipe, and I'm pretty sure I still got the pictures of, but like the welds were.
Yeah, I remember this.
And I can't fucking weld, but I can tell you, I'd probably weld something that he just fucking did.
Yeah.
On here, and I'm just like, bro, were you just fucking seeing if you can weld a pipe blind?
Yeah.
Shit was melted,
Yeah.
blobs everywhere. It was fucking terrible. I'm like, dude, you're gonna put this on your fucking bike?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are
Like,
the
God.
pages that I screenshot, and I'm like, "Hey, everybody, this guy sucks."
Dude, I will see some people comment. I wonder if it's you, but I've seen people like on the trader pages.
I stay in the
they'll-
comments.
They'll
I'm
comment
bad.
something, and I'll see it. I'm like, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about.
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
It's to the point where like my Instagram story has calmed down.
Yeah.
a
It
lot.
has. Yeah.
But yeah, no. Even
You should
in
probably
in the
change your
comments-
Instagram name from Burn the Boats to Burn the Bridges.
bro.
Yeah, we'll burn that bridge when we cross it. But so even my wife, like, she'll be like, "Why are you arguing with strangers online?" I'm
Mhm.
like, "Because I want them to know they're dumb." And then I realize like I'm worked up, and
Oh, I get
this
so
is
worked
this
up. dude.
is I'm doing this to myself.
You got
It's-
to find a balance.
I just pass stuff to him. One, it's not good for me as a company to be like talking shit to people.
Yeah.
So I just never have. And I just say, hey, here, because he's just better at it
well,
than me. I get all like emotional, like this motherfucker,
Yeah.
like, you know,
that's a thing. You can't be like my wife will see me
yeah.
and she'll see me smiling.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
knows you're
And
up to no good.
She was like,
What bitch you talking to? She's
well, she'll know. Like she was like, I see you aggressively texting and smiling there. She was like, what are you doing? And I was
Yeah.
like, is this
Aggressively text, just over here thumb thugging.
well, she'll be
it doesn't go click click. It goes thud thud.
But then she'll know. She's like, "Who are you arguing with now?" I was like, I don't know. I just saw this
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
was like, we'll just start pissing them off. Like I get a kick out of like just wanting to piss people off.
It
Like,
is weird how, I mean, again, even myself, like getting emotional is weird because I'm getting emotional over somebody. I have no fucking clue who this person is.
Mhm.
And what I get mad about is the person doesn't know what they're talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll make an accusation or say something. No fucking clue what they're
Which
talking
I've tried to change like the narrative to, instead of being like, "You're an idiot and here's why," I try saying like, hey,
Here's why I'm not an
just
idiot.
hey, just for future reference, like this is how you should go about this. Like one of my favorite ones, and I will use this example forever. There was a guy who wanted to do the 11.8 rotor upgrade on
Mhm.
the early baggers.
Mhm.
He didn't upgrade his calipers. He lathed his rotors.
What?
And he was like, "I'm a full-blown fab shop bike builder. Don't come at me. I know what I'm doing." And I was like, "I don't think you do, because where the fucking drilled holes in the rotor are,
Yeah, well, they're open
they
now.
were exposed, and
Yeah.
like it was full
I mean,
cheese
technically
grater.
speaking, it should still work. As long as there's no burr that's going to cut into the
Yeah.
brake pad. I mean, there's a million ways to
But,
do things. Is
see,
that the right way?
My problem is like,
No.
there's me that's like, haha, look at this dickhead. And then there's other people that go, wow, that's how I save $5.
That's like years ago, I had to pull myself away from all the Facebook groups
Mhm.
because of the wrong information. Like many people that were held at that time to a high esteem of knowledge,
Mhm.
giving out incorrect knowledge.
Yeah.
And I was watching it and I'm like,
or answering the same question 500 times in a Facebook group. Like,
yeah.
hey guys, do I need a pullback plate for a 2000? That's completely up to height, arm length, comfort, all of that. Like,
I stopped dipping in those ones because I had a legitimate question about, I forgot what it was. I had a legitimate question and I got fucking crickets and I was like, what the fuck? But then somebody posted.
You were asking what you should wear though.
No, it wasn't on a Pan
what's
Am.
everyone's favorite corn dog?
Yeah.
What condiments do you guys put on your fucking glizzies? No, and then somebody like an hour later was just like, I was thinking about putting this sticker on my tires. What do you guys think? And then fucking, this comment section blew up, and I was like, you guys are fucking gay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you're asking a performance Harley group what stickers you need to put on your tires, you need to get the fuck out of the group.
100%.
I'm completely against gatekeeping. I will answer whatever question about my bike. I think people should all have the right to having the sickest bike ever.
That's the fucking mentality right there.
But go to Google before you ask a dumbass
try
question.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Just try a little bit. You know what I mean? Because the information essentially is
all
out
I did
there.
was I was on Instagram and I just started looking at bikes that I liked.
Yeah.
And then I looked at those and I was like, okay, well, this guy did this. Maybe I could do something like that.
Yep.
And then like I was saying, it took me almost 2 years to start modifying my bike just because I didn't want to undo what Grandpa had done. And then I started just once a day, I told myself, I'm going to give the bike 30 minutes. And I had no desire to even like start making this bike what it is.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the plan all along. It was just I inherited this bike.
Yeah.
And I told myself, I said, okay, well, I got to do something with it because it looks horrible, in my opinion. And I said, I'll give it 30 minutes a day and I'll try to give it 30 minutes of just things I can do for free.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to buy parts for it yet. No floorboards or none of that. I said, I'm going to start taking brackets off. If I don't like how this is, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to change it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to just start removing things that I don't think need to be there. Then it turned into, well, if it doesn't make the bike faster or lighter, it's got to fucking go.
Yeah. I work at HPI now.
Well, everyone's like, what'd you do with your radio? Because my risers go through the stereo.
Yeah.
The radio den. And everyone's like, what'd you do with your stereo? I'm like, I threw it in the fucking trash. Like, what about your speakers in the fairing? You can put your hands through them. I don't.
You need to put
it.
little retractable covers that way.
Yeah.
Like, I know some
Hot
people.
dog holders.
I was gonna say
hot dog holders. Hot dog trays.
You mean an emergency corn dog? You crack it and it gets warm.
Yeah, you know these corn dog buckets you can put in there.
You guys have different minds though. Like, just so you know, like you guys have this Asperger's autism thing because your minds work fucking differently. And I know because
who's you guys?
You and
you people.
Bro, yeah. The whites. No, because anytime like, and I hear this from Steve all the fucking time, bro. Like it blows my mind.
Dude.
Like anytime something comes up, like, or if I'm like, well, what happens? And he's like, oh, I'll just make a part.
Yeah.
That's I never question it.
I have this weird thing. It's like there's people that say, "Oh, I'll just make a part," and I can't speak for you, but there's people that can make a part, and there's people that have to make a part because either someone doesn't make it or I just don't want to pay for it.
Well, that's what it all comes from, though. Like I start,
and that's why I'm thankful for people like Ethan and Steve at Till Death. Like, dude. I text them and I say, I want to do this. This is my end goal. They go, oh, well, this is how we did ours. And then I go, okay, well, how can I take this from, chopper to performance? And
my whole thing comes from not having enough money to pay somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everything my whole life, like, so I had to learn. I'm a jack of all trades, master of nothing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Right. So I can get by on everything. I love to learn how to do new things. I mean, like I didn't know how to run a CNC machine when I bought the CNC machine.
Yeah.
I had an idea. I had a little bit of background on a different machine, but it was not the same at all. I ran a 1989 Mitsubishi Laser for fucking 10 years of my life. You know what I mean? Completely fucking different. But it's like, everything has some of the same principles. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
Like everything can be adapted. And so, it's always comes from not having enough money to have somebody else do it.
Yeah.
So you have to learn.
It's the root.
It's the, at night and, I'm sitting there, on my phone, like trying to learn more shit. You know what I mean? Like that's what I do, or on my laptop, or, trying to get better at video editing, get better at, looking into different camera equipment, looking into different machining stuff. You know what I mean? Like, again, jack of all trades, master of nothing, like I'll never be the best at anything.
Yeah.
But I'll be good at a lot of different things.
Good at a handful of shit.
Yeah. I don't do engine builds. Not that I can't.
Yeah.
I know I can.
That's the one thing that actually like scares me. Like I know I'm totally fine at.
It doesn't scare me. It's just it's time versus money right now.
If I did it once, I'm sure I'd be able to do it again.
Yeah.
But like I have friends that are like, oh, I'm just gonna put a cam in a bike this weekend, and I'm like, I just want to chop a bike in half and change the geometry.
Yeah.
Like, the motor work doesn't make sense to me. Like,
I can do cams and stuff. Yeah.
I get it. I just haven't done it.
Yeah.
And then like I could rip the Volkswagen motor out in 10 minutes, throw it on the floor and throw another one in. That's fine.
Yep.
But as far as like taking it apart and actually checking all of the tolerances and clearances and this and that, it's doable.
Yeah.
I don't trust myself because I don't want to be the reason why I'm stranded.
That's where I'm at too.
Yeah.
I know I can do it. I know I have the brain to do it. I know I have the understanding to do it. Right. But I don't want to be the one responsible for the breakdown.
Why did I do this?
Yeah. Good job. If you would have just had Josh do it, you'd be still running right now. So
exactly.
I took off my heads on my old bike and to get him powder coated.
They're still off.
I put him back on, and for like months, I was like, what's that noise?
Yeah.
What's that fucking noise? And I was like, I know something's gonna fucking happen. You know how I'm a hypochondriac with my fucking bikes.
Yeah.
Same.
And I'm just like,
he's got a brand new bike with a brand new 128 top end, really nice bike. And he's always like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can make it to your house. He lives in San Diego.
I will be fair. All my friends that went from like twin cams to M8s, they make different noises. And all of my friends who ride M8 bikes now, they're like, it's so quiet that when it makes a weird noise, you get fucking worried.
Yeah, but he doesn't even know what those noises are.
True. Yeah. He runs over a fucking can in the road.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Bro, no, there really is like it makes a whining noise like that twin cams weren't doing. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And they're like, it's a balancer. I was like, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. The same fucking thing.
I had the same thing with my Peloton.
Every fucking when my Bluetooth dies, I'm like, oh fuck, bro, what am I gonna hear new now?
I'm like, dude, I'll jump on your bike right now and ride this thing to New York without even fucking skipping a beat. Like I don't even care. And he's like, I don't think it's gonna make it.
That's how I felt. That's how I felt about my bagger. And then like I got to State Line. But when I lived
that could be one time
in Indy, though, like that. So that's the thing, though, is it's the parts that failed. It wasn't like But I'm used to getting on that bike, and like when Thundermax did their first Thundermax like lot party deal.
Yeah.
I went
the
from
Thunderdome, or what do they call that thing? The Maxathon.
Welcome to the Thunder.
Yeah, I forgot what they call it.
But so my buddy Deus and a few other people hit me up, Millhouse, all those guys. They hit me up and they were like, "Hey, are you coming?" And I'm like, "It's Saturday morning. The event's tomorrow in Nashville. I live in Indy."
Yeah.
And they were like,
"How far is that?"
So are you?
It's geography there.
It's not close. I'll give you
5 hours.
A little more.
Okay.
So I'm like,
Lorenzo's bike ain't gonna make it.
I'm not gonna make it.
So I was like, fuck it. And I'm usually antsy to ride. I'm always early everywhere I go because I left an hour early and went and fucked around before I got here.
Yeah.
And so I left Indy at like 4 a.m. And I got down to Louisville. I get on, what is that, 265 off the East End.
You lost me on all that.
Yeah, so I get over like East End Louisville, and I call some of the everywhere but nowhere guys, Dylan and Chris, Gangrene Glide, and Just Righty, and those 859 dudes are dope. But I called them and I'm like, I'm in Louisville. I'm headed to Nashville. Like, I have time. Should I meet you guys in Lexington before I go down to Nashville? He's like, yeah, we're going. I'm like, okay, I'll see you at your house. Decided to take like an hour and a half, 2 hour detour just to go ride to Lexington to ride to Nashville with those guys
On the ride
And-
that you didn't want to do.
that I didn't plan on doing. Literally, I told my wife, I was like, everyone wants me to go to Nashville. She's like, bye. I'm like, okay.
I like your
So-
wife.
Dude, same. That's the
I
thing
have
that was
to
like,
pee really bad.
Yeah. Go
Hold
for
it.
it.
I've been holding it. I mean, you guys can keep talking.
You're on camera. I dare you.
You won't do it.
But no, the bike was super reliable. And then I got into a little gnarly crash April of 24 and just fixed a primary leak and then went to go hot lap it around the neighborhood and bike ended up hitting the ground.
What'd you do?
So I was coming out of my neighborhood and there's like a weird S curve and a drunk driver went straight through it. And I was like, I'm going to aim for the sidewalk. And then I came in a little too hot into the sidewalk. And then the wet grass said that we were hitting the ground. So
Aim for the bushes.
that's exactly what happened. And then there was a fence behind the bushes. So
Fucked.
it was gnarly.
Fucked. Yeah, I don't fucking try. I don't trust my work. That's funny because I started working. My first bike was a Dyna, and then I remember the starter went out. Like, so I was riding, and then all of a sudden, like in the middle of riding, it's all, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
So I that's when I learned like how, cause I was like, "It's a motorcycle. How expensive can it be to have them fix that?" I got that fucking bill, and I was like, "So we're never going back to the fucking dealership to have work done again."
Exactly.
I was like, "All right." So we started fucking. It was the same shit like on my first car. I didn't know how to. There's a starter on my car. When I didn't know what a fucking starter was. This was before fucking. This was in the 90s, bro.
It's in the name.
Bro, so I don't know where the starter was at. So I just crawled under the car, and then I would pull anything that was bolted on underneath the car. I would just pull it out. I'm like, "Is this the starter?" And he goes, "Nope." And I was like,
Carburetor?
yeah, bro. I was like, "What's this? Is this it?" And my dad would never get under the fucking car to like point out like what it was. And I was like, "This has to be it, right?" And I pull it out, and he goes, "Well, that's most of the starter there." And I was like, "All right, so we're fucking somewhere."
Oh,
So,
no.
but that's what I started doing bikes. I started doing because that first bike I had, it had forward controls on it.
Mhm.
It had fucking 14-inch ape. It was my dad's old fucking bike. So
Yeah.
I had the 14-inch ape hangers on it and all this shit on there. And then I was like, well, I know how much the starter shit costs. So all this stuff ain't gonna be fucking cheap. So I started doing all the work by myself. And I remember I did the mid control conversion and then I was like, let's go test ride it. Went to a restaurant. And I just heard this yank, the fucking chain slipped off. Or I didn't have the fucking what's that sprocket on the front? The
Chingus.
yeah, that's what it was. The Chingus. I didn't have it bolted on correctly. It was supposed to be in a slot,
Yeah.
and I just bolted it in the
So it
wrong
slipped.
Yeah, so it slipped out, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" So I had to get towed home, and then I think that's what started the whole. I don't trust my own work. But
Yeah.
I've worked on other people's bikes before. You're good. You're good to go.
Fuck you, pay me.
Yeah, but then like when I did my bars, I was like, "Is that a little wobbly?" Like, I said,
Yeah.
"The fucking." I think it's moving, bro. I think it's moving.
That was my
tightened it.
biggest gripe. Like after I got my grandpa's bike, it had the stock bushings in it, and you can feel those bars just go back and forth. Like if you hit the throttle, those bars would move.
It's crazy how
Drove
people
me
will ride
nuts.
like that.
Yeah, I called Steve at when I started slapping everything on the bike. I called Steve at Till Death back when it was track or die, and I told him, I was like, "What do you think about going solid riser bushings?" And he's like, "Don't do it." He's like, "Your hands are gonna go numb. Don't do it." And I was like, "I'm gonna do it anyways." So I did it.
I've done it many bikes.
I liked it. I licked it.
I licked it. I liked it.
Yeah, I licked it. Liked it. And
My
then
hands do go
I
numb.
just did the A1 swing arm isolators.
Mhm.
Mike is an amazing person.
Yeah, dude knows his
I
shit.
will be taking those off my bike.
Yeah,
So I can't hear my thoughts. My bike rattles so
but the swing arm's
Fucking
isolated.
much. It is so isolated. And
Too
that thing-
isolated.
that bike rides exactly how I want it to. When you
Yeah.
hit something on the freeway, that bike doesn't chase it. It goes right over whatever you do. You pick a line, the bike goes. My feet and ass were numb by
yeah,
the time
yeah.
I got here,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
was only 40 minutes.
I've been getting on the FXR. I got a lot of vibration in my feet, and I'm trying to
That's the worst.
That's my next.
figure out where that's coming from. And I talked to Tony over at STC, and he's like, "Did you ever align the drivetrain properly?" And I was like, "No." And so he sent me these tools I got to buy to like helps align the drivetrain. Kind of showed me his the way he does it.
Yeah.
And he's like, that should help a ton.
Yeah.
And so that's my next.
When I did those bushings, I just replaced them when I was at HPI, and Craig, one of the techs there, he's one of the funniest dudes I've ever met. But he goes, I left my bike kind of disassembled, and I was like, how do I go about aligning this, and he's like, put it to fucking together. I was like, all right. And he's like, it's an older bagger. He's like, just put it together. He's like, use your axle to just make sure everything's dialed. I was like,
Yeah.
all right.
There is weird ways to do certain things. I mean,
But I thought it was a lot more complex than I was making it. I had
Yeah.
never done
I
that before. And
I think that's
was
exactly how motor
still
building is.
underestimating how simple Harleys
Yeah.
can be.
I think that's the same with motor building, though. I think that we make it out to be more complex.
This giant monster.
No, and don't get me wrong. I don't mean all motors. I just mean like, throwing a top end kit on, right?
Yeah.
Like an out of the box S&S top end kit.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as crazy as it's made out to be.
Yeah.
It's just in our heads. We're
the biggest
overanalyzing.
inspiration for me is if I can watch some idiot do it on YouTube, I'm like, dude, I got this.
Bingo.
I said every time I watch a YouTube video.
And then,
I think that every time I watch American Ninja Warrior,
Come on, bro.
oh, you fucking pussy, I could have done that.
I
Bro,
could totally.
I would like to see you run through a McDonald's Playhouse fucking ball pit before you even talk about yeah, bro. Before you fucking step foot on a Ninja Warrior course, dog.
I could do that.
Gravity's a motherfucker, ain't it?
bro. Especially when you're built like a fucking.
What?
Say it.
Yeah, Jesus.
Anyways,
Oh, now he censors himself.
3/4 of a sentence and he quit.
Yeah, fucking pussy.
Say it or I'm gonna guess.
I want to know because he's a fucking savage.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was gonna say Mac truck.
Oh,
That's what I was gonna say.
All right.
I like Peterbilt's better, but
Yeah, Mac. I ain't no Mac. Goddamn
McDonald's.
but hey, shout out to our sponsor, Bonesman Survival Water. Thank you for keeping our mouths quenched.
The water's good. My son loves it.
Peterbilt. I've been meaning to open it.
Go for it.
It's gonna be the best water you ever had.
I just like to make sure people know they're not Miller Lights when
I
I'm
was
doing
gonna
like
say,
Zoom
I
calls in
thought-
here.
I was gonna ask you if it looked like Budwater.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what it
it's
was.
Bonesman Survival Water. They're our sponsor. It's good stuff.
That is definitely
High quality
Water,
H2O.
Some high quality
water sucks.
H2O.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I drink water better out of a can.
It's cooler.
I think it's just all those years of
Sucking dicks. Like, what
wow.
is
Yeah,
that?
hold on a second.
That's
He's
a
like,
monster
anytime I
there,
drink
bro.
water out of a can, I immediately know I'm way cooler than you.
yeah. Wow. No, I just for some reason that goes down better. I don't know what it is. I like it though.
I could drink a gallon of these easily
Oh yeah.
rather than fucking out of a big ass hydro.
We need to
flask
get
or
this on.
whatever.
We need to get it on tap in here.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Well, Kasey, if people don't already follow you, where can they follow you?
I'm on Instagram. Really, that's it.
What's your
So,
Instagram?
Burn X the boats. Burn the boats was taken. So
Soon
soon
to
to
be-
X.
Soon to be Burn the Bridges.
Probably not.
No. Okay. We're not changing it.
Yeah.
Don't beef with him on Instagram because you'll fucking regret it.
Yeah.
Not really. I just don't care.
Yeah.
I just,
He says it, but he's smiling when he says
anything that people say I've said to myself and worse.
Yeah.
So
Well, you're a
You-
smart guy, man. You really are. You're a very intellectual guy. You can hear it in the conversations. You know what you're looking for. You know what you do. You know what you're good at. You know what I mean? All those kind of things. You're gonna have I know you're kind of searching right now for some things to do or some direction, and I think you're gonna find it, and you're gonna excel at it.
yeah. So
Right.
far, I mean, we're halfway through, a little more than halfway through January, dude. 2026 has already been dope. So
Yeah.
2025 kind of kicked my ass. 2026 is.
I really think 2027 is gonna be my year.
I'm trying to-
2026 is already
What-
sucking.
I think-
Wait.
2028. I'm coming in hot.
Coming in hot.
Get ready. Get
But
ready.
no, I've like, I started getting back in the gym. Like,
Yep.
dude, my marriage is dialed. My kids are happy and healthy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of in the mood of just like 1 foot on the gas and 1 foot on their necks.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just everything that I got coming to me, I'm coming to get it.
Yeah. Good, man. That's what kind of the mentality you have to have, and just, it's hard out there, it ain't, nothing's easy.
and please make a shirt that says license plates on Harleys look dumb.
Yeah.
I'll
That's-
buy one.
Okay.
Building company coming soon.
I made one sale.
Yeah.
I'll fucking
And he wants a discount though.
I need the discount code, baby.
Welcome to the Harley industry.
Shout out for shout out.
yeah, dude. Yeah.
All right, brother. Well, thanks for the time. Thanks
Absolutely.
for coming on.
Thanks
We
for having me.
appreciate you, man. And I look forward to your new ventures.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Right on.
All right, brother.
Sign off.
Finger guns.
I'm doing this now.
What is that?
I saw Chuck Liddell do this one time.
Oh,
See, the
I'm still
problem-
doing finger guns.
The problem is he has friends that let him do things like that.
He's my friend that lets me do it.
I just put captions under it.
Disclaimer: Steve did not like this.